Hi guys, if it's Friday, it's Down and Dirty Woodscraft. Stay with me. Okay, today guys, we're going to be talking about making it yours. How to augment the things that you buy, mix and match a little bit to make it happen. Now those that have followed my channel know that I have had a Pathfinder 2-quart Bushpot since they came out. I mean, these are great cooking pots. I've got the stove, got the kit, and I have used this extensively in a lot of videos and a lot of camping trips. And to be honest, it gets dug out quite often, brought in the house and cooking supper for me and the wife, because it's the perfect size pot for whatever I'm about to do for the two of us. So, no need to introduce that. We know what that is. You also know that I got the 1-quart Bushpot right after they came out with it, because perfect size just for me for taking out. And so there we go. But what are you talking about, Blakey? How you augmenting it? I combined some stuff, and you've seen this in video, and people have asked me about it, so I got around to doing it. Now back in the 1980s, I got this, and this is a Coleman Peak 1, P-E-A-K, Peak 1 cook set. And there were two sizes. There was a small one and a large one, and I ended up with both of them. Well, over time I figured out that the two of them would actually all nest into one. Okay, and so this handle, this bail, can be pushed down to the side, and you had a fry pan, and then you had an internal bowl with handles, and then you had the pot. I really like the pot. It's got a very heavy copper bottom on it, and it cooked very well, and it being stainless, it was very handy. And this was my go-to bush pot for many years in bushcraft until I traded up to other things. But you don't get rid of the old stuff. And if you notice this Peak 1, it says so on there, I think you can see that, has a Sierra type cut, and these are really big in the 80s, that Sierra idea. Well, I figured out that some of this kit, some of these Coleman Peak 1s, would actually work with the Pathfinder sets. And so those of you that have followed my channel know that inside my bush pot, I carry one of the fry pans. Now this was a Coleman Peak 1 0.4 quart, 0.38 liter, what it says right there on the face of it. And the size of it, because I know you're going to ask, it is about 1 3/4 inches deep, and I would say a little over 5 inches wide, like 5 1/4 inches wide. Okay, this fits perfect inside the bush pot, just like that, of the 2-quart. Now it gives me another pot to utilize, right? I can pull this out. It has butterfly handles on it, which aren't great, but I can use for cooking a little fry pan type deal. I can also take this and slide it in this way as a baker. See, so I can slide it in. There's an air gap underneath, and that will sit there in front of the fire and let the heat come in, and use this as a baker. Okay, I can also turn it upside down and drop it in, and using that bottom to be a standoff for baking certain things I want to bake very slowly in the coals. So there's multiple ways I can use this to cook. For the 1-quart, I went back to my old Coleman set, and I found one of their coffee cups will drop right in to it. So now I got a little coffee cup, because of you old vets and old Civil Wolves that served, you know what I'm about to say. You take that canteen cup and you put it in the fire, and you get nice hot coffee, and the dang thing's got to cool off to dead cold before you can drink it, because the pot's so hot. Being able to use this as a coffee pot and pour into this for drinking makes life a whole lot easier. So having an extra little cup, very handy, as well as a little mixing cup, measuring cup. Now this is another part of one of those sets, and it is about 2 inches deep and 4 inches across. Okay, and it says on here it is .25 of a quart / .24 of a liter is what's marked directly on it, and it's a Peak 1 as well. So that will drop in to the pot. Under the bottom, I put another one of these that came out of that cook set, which is a bigger bowl. And I let the whole Bushpot sit in it. See? Perfect size for that. I also can put a grail sitting in this that's big enough for a grail. Now the size of this pot is 5 inches across, and we'll call it 2.5 inches deep. And this was meant to be a cooking bowl or etc., but it's got the butterfly handles. I'm not a big fan of the butterfly handles on these, but they do work. And the trick I used to do is I would take me a hooked limb that I could just wedge in there like that, and then right here there's a hole all the way through right there. See it? I'd take and drive me a little stick in there, and I'd have me a handle to be able to pick this thing up out of the fire. But this would also drop into the 2 quart pretty easy as well if you wanted a deeper instead of that frying pan in there. The point is, these show up on eBay all the time cheap because they don't fit the modern idea anymore. And there's the fry pan that is the same size as the other one and is just a grunt too big to go inside the Bushpot, and the grunt's too small for the big Bushpot to fit on it. That's the reason I chose that one. So this thing came with 2 fry pans. One was on the small set, and then this one was on the big set. So the small set fry pan is what goes inside this, and the big set cup is what goes underneath this, and the little one fits the same either one. But these pop up from time to time in your eBay and stuff like that, and these are good pots. And it's a Coleman Peak 1, and I want to say it says 2 quart or 1.5 quart. 1.5 quart, might even be 1 quart. Bushpot. It's heavy. It cooked well because it didn't overheat. And then folding handles, and then that heavy bale top, and it was relatively light. Now these come in a red nylon case, so if you're looking on eBay, that's what you want to look for, is these size pots. But as you can see, it's a way to augment the cook kit for you, because I have no qualms and no complaints at all for the Pathfinder 1 or 2 quart Bushpot. All the cooking gear I've ever got, the skillet included, I don't want to leave that out, have all been really good gear, and I enjoy cooking with them. The adding of these extra little bitty pots that would fit inside of it was luck, but I wanted to pass it on to you because it has greatly improved that cook set for me, having that extra ability. I've been able to bake in that 2 quart pot by turning that thing upside down or sliding it in like a baker. I've been able to turn it upside down, put it in there, and put a hunk of meat in it and set it in the coals and Dutch oven it that way. Put aluminum foil over the top, then press the lid in and use it kind of like a Dutch oven to slowly cook something. So if you've already got one of the Pathfinder, either 1 quart or 2 quart, and you're looking for a little fry pan or something, go look on eBay for them little Coleman sets like I talked about. Usually they're cheap and they're fairly good and durable, and they'll drop right in. Hope this gives you an idea, guys. If you've enjoyed this content, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.